So do they look like girl shoes?
They're girl shoes.
Okay. And
plaid skirt, wool, nylons, like things that keep not staying up. They're uncomfortable and scratchy.
okay.
A green and red and blue pleated plaid skirt. The skirt tells the story of my family. The pattern is my heritage.
Do you know what country you're in?
Scotland.
Wow. Do you know how old you are?
8.
And where are you going right now? What are you doing?
I'm sitting in a field braiding my hair.
Do you have long hair?
I do. It's brown.
And are you near your family?
I have a sister. She's in white diapers, white blanket, white like nappies, white leggings. Everything on her is white.
So she's a baby.
But she's not moving. It's a doll. It's a doll. I have a doll with me.
So it's not your sister?
No.
Okay. And is the meadow your property?
Mm.
And where's your mom and dad?
Yonder over the hill.
Okay. So you're out there just kind of playing by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And what does your mom and dad do for like a living? How do they support themselves?
I don't know.
Do you know what year it is?
No. No.
Do you go to school?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what school is? Okay. Do you ever help your parents do anything, chores of any kind?
We have people who do chores.
So you have like servants?
Mm.
So your parents, they're kind of wealthy.
Mm.
They must have land, animals.
Castle.
Oh, a castle.
It's a castle.
Okay. Can you describe the castle?
It's big. It's beyond the hill where I'm at. I go there to be quiet because the castle's noisy.
Oh, okay.
I want to be alone, and I can't be alone in the castle. The doll was a gift, and it's too fussy to play with in the castle, so I go out by myself. Nobody minds.
Okay. So do you have any brothers or sisters that you know of?
They say they keep trying, but I'm the only one right now. They want a boy. I'm not a boy.
So are your parents like a king and a queen, or are they like some type of royalty, or do they just happen to live in a castle?
They live in a castle. They own land that their parents had before them.
Okay.
They had to marry. They couldn't not marry. Their parents made them marry.
Okay. So it was an arranged marriage.
Mm.
Okay. Is it possible, can you move forward in this life to like a few years later when you're like 10 years old?
They want to match me with someone.
They want you to marry somebody already?
No, they want to match me to someone.
So that's like finding someone for you to marry in the future?
Yes.
Okay. And do they have somebody in mind?
They have to research the family. They have to know more about them, but they have a boy in mind. I have not met him.
How do you feel about that?
My dad likes my mom, so maybe he'll like me.
Oh. Okay. And what else do you do now that you're 10 years old? Are your activities still the same? Do you still have the doll?
No more dolls. I just I learn about mhm. I learn about how the castle works. They make me go to meetings where I learn about the castle and the people and how they run it. They tell me eventually I'll have to run it too.
So they're training you how to be a woman.
Yes.
Okay. And what are some of your duties now that you're 10?
I have a lady who attends me. I have to learn how to tell her what I want. She has to listen to me. I have to learn about how to tell people what I want in the kitchen. So when they make things I want or like. I have to go to the garden and tell them what I want, how I want things, like the hedge trims and horse maintenance and boring stuff.
Okay. So would you say that you're happy with the life that you have right now?
I'm lonely. I wouldn't mind having a friend.
So do you feel like
my age,
maybe when you get married you won't be lonely anymore? Are you looking forward to it because you won't be lonely?
I hope we like each other.
Okay. So why don't you, do you know how old you are going to be when you get married?
14.
Okay, let's go ahead and move ahead to when you're 14 years old. And you're getting married.
My lady in waiting is excited for me. She talks about the ring. Like that's a big deal. I need the ring to solidify things.
So you've met him already?
I have.
And do you like him?
I do.
Does he like you?
Yes.
Oh. So you're happy?
As far as I can see, she's dressing me. I'm excited. She's pregnant. She is pregnant. My lady in waiting is pregnant, but she's not married, so I'm confused. How did she get pregnant without? I don't know how things work that way.
Okay. So are you nervous?
A little, but I've met him and we walked in the garden and we walked in the stable and we walked in the meadow and we walked around the castle and nobody bothered us. So it was nice. It was good. He was nice to me.
And is he from another rich family?
I'm not sure what rich is, but he's from another family.
And will you be staying there at that castle or will you be going to live in his castle?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. I feel like my life unfolds as if everybody else already has an agenda for me, and I'm just living the script that everybody else has written for me.
Gotcha. So let's go ahead and fast forward to your actual wedding ritual, nuptials, and you're getting married right now, and how do you feel as the ceremony commences?
I'm happy to see my friend.
Your friend, your husband?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right now, he's just my friend.
Is there a lot of people?
And there's trumpets, and there's food, and there's entertainment like jugglers, and acrobatics, and music, and more food than I've ever seen in my life. And so many people that just showed up. They feel like they want to see this, but it's just me and a boy. It's not, I don't think it's a big deal, but everybody else makes it a really big deal. And there's horses and there's carriages. I'm so tired. I've been doing this for days. It's like days and days of just this wedding. And everybody has a piece of me. Everybody wants a piece of me. I feel torn, like I just want to get out of the castle to wherever I'm going. I'm going to his place. I'm going to his castle.
Okay.
I'm going to live in his castle.
Okay. So let's fast forward about 5 years ahead of that. You're already living with him. You guys have been married. And you're really getting a chance to know each other now. How do you feel 5 years later?
He's not there.
He left?
No, he died.
Oh, he died? How did he die?
He was forced off a cliff.
By who?
People who didn't want to see him happy anymore.
I'm sorry.
I have one child. I have twins, and one died. So I have one remaining twin who looks just like him.
But you still live in his castle?
I do, and I have to use all my skills from my mom and dad's castle to run my castle without my husband. I still wear his ring, but he's not there anymore.
And are you financially able to take care of yourself with...
He took very good care of me that way, yes. I took my lady-in-waiting with me, and we grew children close to each other. Oh. So my boy has a friend.
Yeah.
His castle was smaller, but his money amount was bigger, so that was okay. So I was taken care of, and I didn't want as big a castle as my mom and dad because it was so much work. So I'm well taken care of. I have no wants or needs.
That's beautiful. Okay, so let's fast forward about 10 years into the future. Your daughter, was your twin a boy or a girl?
Boy.
And your son should be about 10 years old now? And how is life now?
I'm an old lady in terms of that era. We don't live to be 70. It's more like 30 or 40. But I'm isolated in the castle, so my health is good. He's seeking his fortune, trying to see how he fits into the world. But his only companion has been my maiden, and he's in love with her daughter.
Oh.
And he wants to ask her to marry him, but she has nothing. She has no castle. She has no money. She has no birthright. She has no status.
And that's a requirement for him? As being your son, he has to marry somebody with a title?
Yes. Otherwise, he can't carry the family name.
And that tradition has never been broken?
No.
Wow. So he can't marry the person that he loves. He has to marry somebody that will be arranged for him to marry.
The little girl looks like me.
The little girl that's the handmaiden's daughter?
Yes.
Do you think it was your dad's illegitimate child?
Yes.
Wow.
So we have to find someone who will see that she is entitled through bearings of parentage.
Right.
So he can legitimately have her as his bride.
Wow.
So they have to actually go back to my lady-in-waiting to ask her who's the father and the secret that she has had all her life.
And
which makes her eligible to be his husband, his wife, only through secrets. that no one else knows of.